To American History X.
Yes. Let's move on to American History X. I mean, white Americans came here and flourished within a generation. All right. You want to watch a fat lady complain about not fitting on water slides?
Wait a minute. That's our fault now?
It's our fault.
Oh, Jesus.
That this woman can't fit on a water slide.
Well, go to a whaling park.
By the way, septum piercing. Perfect.
I'm not trying to draw a correlation, but you keep putting it in my face.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that all people who wear septum piercings are crazy SJW types. I'm just saying the types I've seen, most of them happen to have septum piercings.
I just feel like someone, and I know this isn't nice, but someone should remind you that when you're a person of a circular nature, it makes you look more like a cow.
You're saying look like.
Yeah, the septum piercing. Like I said, you're not doing yourself any favors.
It's just nice when she wanders off the property, you have a way to lead her back. I just think that's kind of
She just can't ever have bubble gum because someone's like, you done with your cud yet?
Oh, no.
Sometimes
she could use to graze some grass.
At least you're getting your vegetables.
Yeah.
Sometimes my friends will hit me up and like want to go try new restaurants, especially in the summer months, so we can just go chill on a patio, have some drinks. And I always have to Google the establishments and look at their seating just to make sure that it will actually accommodate me. And
Okay, again, I just have to say, not the establishment's problem. If you can't fit in a chair at a restaurant that have been designed larger for the last 30 years because of how fat we're getting, this is a you problem. I mean, let's be very honest about obesity. Society has more than met them in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
More than met them in the middle. And now fat people start going apeshit when we go, hey, you need 2 seats on an airplane. You need to pay for 2 seats on an airplane.
How dare you? That's insensitive. Look, so man, is your size.
I'm 6'3", 220, 225 pounds. And
must be fucking nice, Mr. Fit Body.
I can fit just fine. I'm about 5-10 pounds over the fighting weight. I can fit just fine in a plane seat. You
still got that double chin.
Look, it ain't going away. All right.
I realized I was thinking about this morning, putting in my contact lenses because it's a pain in the ass. I was like, Aaron will never understand this pain. And I thought, but you can't, because if you take the glasses off, your head looks like a balloon. You got to keep them on to square it off.
I pointed this out yesterday. I have a fucked up bottom half of my face. My bottom half of my face does not match the size of the top half, and it's troubling. I have a troubling appearance.
We need to inflate the bottom half of your face.
Yes, we need to find a way to do that, or cave in my head.
I feel like that could be detrimental in the long run. It might be safer just inflate your lower jaw.
A lot of people in the chat going, I can help. All right, let's watch this fat lady say that she has to look up restaurants.
Again,
if you have to look up restaurants to see if their seating will accommodate you, you need to stop going to restaurants.
I feel like, that's a self-solving problem. Like, I can't go here. I'm too big for the chair. So then maybe you should stop eating.
Right.
What are you, Andre the Giant? You need your own personal customized furniture?
Actually accommodate me. And most of the time it doesn't, especially booths and the patio chairs with like the little sidearm things. Last weekend, actually,
she can't fit in a booth. When I go out to the movies, I take up 7 rows because I'm fat, you know it. Oh, God damn it.
I don't remember I'm fat. I know it's a song of Weird
When I
Al's.
go to get my shoes shined, I have to take their word because I'm fat. I never use a phone booth, and I've never seen my toes. When I go out to the movies, I take up 7 rows. The pavement cracks when I fall down. I've got more chins than Chinatown. Ham on whole wheat. All right.
She went swimming with my sister and her kids, and
everyone kept trying to push you back into the water. They were just shoving, and you wouldn't go.
I feel like anytime like that she starts dating a guy, like her friends go up, or that guy's friends go up to him and be like, you promised me that you can hit that depth.
I have never missed a mark that I have aimed for. I will hit 800 feet. You swear on my daughter's life, on my family's life, that you will find her vagina. Then let's turn this date on.
Then let's get a whole bunch of flour.
I was just going to say, whenever she goes out on a date, you know if she really likes the guy when she presents him with a bag of gold medal flour.
What's this for? You'll understand.
So yeah, it's like when Sandra Bullock hands Stallone the boxes with the headsets in it in Demolition Man. Yeah, this means you're about to get fucked.
Uh-oh.
Actually went swimming with my sister and her kids, and my nephew kept asking me, like, Auntie, won't you go on the slide with me? And I had to explain to him that they weren't going to let me go on the slide because of my weight.
Come on, what is this welded with? Steel?
They weren't going to let me go on the slide because of my weight. So this like theme park where people go to have fun, where the whole idea is to get as many people as you can going down this slide. I'm one of the people that can't because it'll break if I do. Obviously, their fucking fault.
Again, this is a company who has done more than enough to accommodate an overweight person. They want to make money.
They already put an elevator there for you.
If you can't fit in the slide, this is not a society. Like, people like this have convinced themselves that society is doing this. This is an anti-fat bias that society has. It's like, no, you just got too big for the earth.
Seriously, those stairs are no fucking joke.
You're a bunch of fucking elephants. Look. Oh, those stairs are awfully narrow. Fuck you! Americans. I mean, really, like, go to Asia and go do shit. And then, like, go to Japan, and when you don't fit in shit, tell them, you guys have an anti-fat bias. And they just start hitting you with sticks. Get out of here. Go. Get.
Today, a TikTok creator actually unlocked a new fear for me, which is the idea of, like, if I was ever flying and traveling for like a vacation or something and I were to lose my luggage, that I'd be totally fucked because most places, like 99% of places, don't carry anything large enough to fit me.
Then go to an outdoors store and buy a tent. You'll be fine.
Again, this idea that you do the things that you've done to let your body get to where it is, and the world doesn't just accommodate me in every way, shape, and form. Like, but we gave you a 24-hour fitness. We handed you the solution.
This is a choice you made, and now you're trying to stick us with the tab. And I'm sorry, I'm not your college professor. I'm going to sit here and go, yeah, you know, I'm Bradley Cooper in War Dogs. I'm going, yeah, before we talk again, let's learn the difference between we have a problem and you have a problem, okay? I can fit on the slide, and I got tits.
So I'd just be like wearing the same outfit for the entirety of my trip. I've been denied medical care and procedures before because of my weight.
Yes. Because you won't be weighed. You're probably one of those people who won't step on the scale, and they're going, look, I can't prescribe you medication unless I know how large you are.
And certain procedures and surgeries are dangerous to do with people who are obese because being fat puts stress on your entire body and all of the systems therein.
Right. You're putting weight. It's like you're stacking weights on your organs.
It's like carrying a person around. All right? You're carrying extra people.
Right.
Put those people down. Oh, that sounds bad. That's not what I meant.
Looping back around to like the original video here. There's plenty of things that I would like to do, but I can't because of my weight. And I think do
something about your weight.
Then you're going to have to start doing some things you don't want to do so you can get to doing the things you want to do.
Yes, like eating vegetables.
Yes.
Leg day.
Important
walking.
Takeaway here is the fact that these are things that I shouldn't be prevented from doing. That
I agree. You shouldn't be prevented from doing them. So why are you preventing yourself from doing it?
I'm on your side. You're not.
Keep yelling at nothing. You're yelling into the void. Society won't let me go on a slide. Society will let you go on a slide. Your ass won't. That's the big takeaway here.
Society wants you to go out and have fun and love who you are. McDonald's drive-through menu doesn't.
I just realized I did a really cringy, like, Bill Maher thing almost there. I'm like, look.
New
rule. Society isn't the one not letting you on the slide. Your ass is, okay? I'm tired of all of the preening and the posturing that we do in this country, okay? It's not a weight problem. It's a you problem.
I'm tired of bending over backwards for people who can't bend over.
That's a Bill Maher line. That would be a Bill Maher. Look, if you can't see yourself going down a slide, you also probably can't see your toes. Okay?
I shouldn't be able to do. This is very much just society not acknowledging my existence, basically.
Oh, no.
No. We're acknowledging it. You're hard to miss.
Yeah, we're acknowledging your existence. We are not chubby deniers. Look, every time you go up to the slide,
We're just
like,
not enabling.
yeah. No, that's just it. She's like, society won't enable my weight problem? Yeah, not on us. Not on a water slide theme park that's probably running at thin profit margins as it is. Not their responsibility to go, hey, you know what? As soon as the first snow falls, we should tear up this whole fucking thing and do a multi-million-dollar renovation so we can accommodate whales who want to go down the slide. No, thanks.
Look, we gotta change the park for these people. How many of these people are we talking that we see like on a yearly basis? Maybe one.
Right.
All right.
You don't see a lot of people this.
Sounds like a good reason to spend a couple grand.
Like I said, these places have already gone more than halfway
to accommodate most of the rest of the people.
Most of these people.
I don't know if you've taken a look outside, lady. America, not a thin country.
Yeah, I mean, we're a country of giant fat people.
I mean,
and most of them are accommodated.
She needs to empower herself with this. Like, I'm so fat, the rest of y'all can't fucking handle me. Like, there you go. Make it a plus. Like, I'm too big for...
Okay.
Look, I just feel like your weight's detrimental. I feel like my plus size is a plus. Fuck off.
You call yourself plus size. I say it's a minus for society. Oh, man. So, again, she's too fat for, what was it, restaurant booths?
Restaurant chairs, booths, seats, and water slides.
And if she loses her luggage on a plane, she can't find clothes that fit her. So she would wear the same clothes.
I will defend that
over and over.
I will defend that one for one reason. There are plenty of women who are taller than your average lady. They're not fat. They're not out of shape. They're just a taller woman. And much like Shaquille O'Neal or guys who tend to be bigger than the average, it's hard for them to find clothes because, again, you're not the average. I'm sorry. Society goes based on, most of us. We don't all fit the mold.
I'll tell you this. I mean, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand how she can talk like a woman and walk like a man. Oh, my Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I just can't abide how she can walk up the stairs but not go down the slide. Oh, my Lola. L-O-L-A Lola.
So we're rutting a We're rutting a royalty check to Weird Al Yankovic this month.
No, this would be the Kinks.
Okay.
We're remaking Lola, not Yoda. I'm trying to think of... Well, I've been around and discovered the truth that she sits at the bar. She can't fit in the booth. Oh, my Lola.
Hello, Lola.
Oh, well, I've been around and I've heard some tales, but when she goes to the dock, she can't step on the scale. Oh, my Lola.
Well, I'm not dumb, but I don't understand why they push her off the beach with just using their hands. Oh, my Lola.
Well, I'm not dumb and I don't want to preach, but I think she's a whale when she goes to the beach. Oh, my Lola.
Better. Much better.
It's society's fault she can't run a mile, says Guy Sartell. Yeah, well, yeah. You know what? I'm glad you acknowledge that. I'm glad you understand. You're being very tolerant today, Guy.
Well, I can barely fit through a door, and I've never met a good man before because. All right, I can't go that far. That's.
He wanted me to drop to my knees. I said, no way. I've got a thyroid disease. Oh. She is nearly drowned at the beach due to people shoving her into the water to save the whale. Yeah, I think it's probably our fourth whaling joke. I'm starting to think we're leaning in a bit. So there you go. Kanye and Nick Fuentes. Look, you're running out of ways to talk about Kanye without going, all right, look, the dude's completely fucked. You're running out of ways to discuss this discuss the guy without going, yeah, I really don't see a road back here.
Yeah, fuck you, dude's got kind of a point about the NASA jacket.
You know where the majority of the NASA engineers came from when it was formed?
Oh. Maybe that's...
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
He's suddenly a fan of NASA.
Is he making a statement there?
Maybe he knows more than we do.
You know who was who spearheaded the NASA space program?
Who?
That would be Dr. Werner von Braun.
What else did he do?
Oh, invented the V2 rocket for the Nazis. And the V1 guided missile for the Nazis as well. And look, every time you make something at your workplace, you're auditioning for your next gig, right?
Right.
Werner von Braun was like, look, even if the Nazis go belly up, there's no way the Western world can do without what I'm doing here, all right? So I think I'm safe. Now, the V2 rocket rained down on London and killed shitloads of people. And by all the metrics of what we did after World War II, he should have faced the Nuremberg tribunal and been put to death.
I mean, yeah, but we really wanted to get to the moon first.
Look, if we don't beat the Soviets to the moon, we're in a heap of trouble. We need to find out what's up in space. And Werner von Braun, like a guy who has a bargaining chip in court, goes, I know how we can get to space. I was very close to it with Adolf Hitler. We just didn't have the resources. You have the resources.
We've ran out of test pilots.
We were going to use the Japanese, but they said, oh, you don't want to know what we're doing with our pilots.
Oh.
Apparently crashing them right into your boats. That had to be very awkward for you.
Our last 3 rockets crashed. The Japanese called it a good landing.
Like, fucking Dönitz and Goering and Bormann and all these people are sitting there trembling like, oh, God, what's our fate going to be? What are they going to decide? Meanwhile, Werner von Braun's sitting there smoking a cigarette going, I'm sure the Soviets are going to start a space program soon. And with the amount of spies they have, I'm sure they'll be on whatever you're working on very soon. I have some ideas that I've been working on. No big deal. Perhaps rocket technology. I've been working on putting a human being inside the V2 and sending it to space. Really? Will you show us how? As long as you unsick your Jew dogs off of me. Then perhaps we can work together. I'm thinking National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Wow, that's a great name. I would call it NASA for short. Wow, that's really good. What do we have to do? You simply forget all this V2 business ever happened. And basically, you know what?
We wipe my kill card clean and we call it a day.
Look, we say that I was perhaps double agents. Perhaps we say that, I don't know, I did this under duress. They were threatening my family and we all go to space together. What do you say? Get me out of these irons and out of this cell, and I would like a first-class room at the Hilton. Penthouse, if I could. And I would like to meet Walt Disney. I hear he's a big fan. Oh, shit. Yeah, Dr. Werner von Braun is like, he worked himself the same deal that Hans Landa did in Inglourious Basterds.
I was just about to say that.
And I want the United States government to purchase property from me on Nantucket Island. There's a guy sitting there with Werner von Braun going, that's a hell of a deal you cut yourself with the brass. Damn fine deal. I'd take that deal. Would you take that deal, Yankovic?
Yeah, I'd take that deal.
I'd take that deal. Damn good deal. Assume you're going to want to take that uniform off. Now, Lieutenant, no, we need him to make the rockets. You leave that man's head alone.
How do we know this rocket stuff isn't a bunch of hubbaloo? I've got something I've called Velcro that will blow your fucking mind.
You want to know some things? You want to know how to make orange juice out of powder? It is game changer. You think I just work on the rockets this entire time? I can put mashed potatoes in freeze-dried bag, and you can take it with you. I know what you're thinking. No gravity in space. Travel. You're going to need to urinate. I have a system for this. all you need to do is say that I did nothing wrong. Like, do you think there was anybody in the United States government at the time going like, dude, no, what are you doing? This guy is a weapons expert for the Nazis. He murdered thousands of people. We're not doing this. And like, yeah, about that. We're just going to try and forget it happened.
And just, small point of fact, before the whole like war part broke out, there was a growing number of people within this country that had political leanings that were kind of in step with the Nazi party. So, I mean, we could just kind of pretend it didn't happen.
Hello, my good man. Yes, I'm just wondering, President Truman. I hear that I hear a terrible rumor, and it's probably not true, so I thought I'd, being friends as we are, call you and get to the bottom of this myself. Is it true that Dr. Werner von Braun, the man who made the missiles that blew up a large portion of our capital, is going to be working your new space program? I told my people that it's absolutely not true, but they're insisting. Yeah, we're going to work with him for a little while. Why? Well, we would rather you didn't, old chap. Well, we would rather not write you guys billions of dollars worth of aid to fix your blown up continent, but are you going to complain about this? Suppose not. They needed the money. Let's continue on here.
Russia won't stand for this, and neither will we. Russia won't stand for it because they couldn't buy him out like we could.
Shane F. says, Von Braun applies for director of NASA, and you zero in on his civic organization. Yeah, he would have been canceled today, but... Shine in VR says, also, Japan, you good as long as we get all that human experiment stuff? That's true, all the human experimenting they did.
We took all that stuff for ourselves.
I'd like to know. Jogging while pooping says, nice German accent, Aaron. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. Look,
we got a word for that kind of thing. Suspicious.
Manorville, Tennessee. And what we call, what the government calls engaging in illegal activity, but we call making a little money on the side for your family selling moonshine liquor, it behooves one to keep his wits. You see, if we hear a deal too good to be true, it ain't. Hulkamasha Baby says Werner von Braun actually saved us all when they sent those oil drillers to blow up that asteroid. That's true. When massive asteroid comes, your first instinct is going to be, put astronauts on there to nuke it. You're going to need to hire deep well oil drillers to drill into asteroid, and then you drop nuke. You're welcome. Zero Dark Tony says Monday morning Operation Paperclip. That was it. Operation Paperclip. That's my that's a fun one. The other fun one is the operation that Churchill had drawn up. Like Churchill had this whole plan after the war that we would ally with the remaining German army.
Okay.
And we would keep fighting the Soviets. And Patton was all about it. Patton's like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I think Patton said when we won the war, he said, on to Moscow. And it was called Operation Unthinkable. I could be wrong.
Unobtainium.
But Churchill wanted to fuck up the Russians next.
I mean, I can't understand why Russia wasn't our biggest ally after World War II got over. We were just threatening to beat the shit out of them before it even ended.
Right. Was it on to Russia or on to Moscow? Patton. There's, here's what Patton said on the Soviets. They are a scurvy race and simply savages. We could beat the hell out of them. The difficulty in understanding the Russian is that we do not take cognizance of the fact that he is not a European, but an Asiatic, and therefore thinks deviously. Fuck.
Look, I'm just saying, people of decency are geographically located. How is that racist?
Wow. Balls Deep says, Patton said we beat the wrong people, then he died 2 weeks after recovering from a car accident. Weird how that happens. Ooh, boy. Ryobi says, where's the lie? Oh. George Patton, of course, grandfather of Jimmy the Greek. We all know. Or no, he'd be the maybe father of Jimmy the Greek.
Older brother.
Oh, man, that is fucking good. Oh, Patton did not like those dirty Ruskies at all, did he? Like, I'm with you, Churchill. Let's fuck them up. And you're like, just an idea. Well, let's put some hustle behind this muscle. Actually, and it's not like we're the only ones who did creepy shit after World War II. So Truman met with Stalin and Churchill and all them in Potsdam in Germany. And I think they were in Berlin at one point, or maybe it was Potsdam. I don't remember. And Truman said, boy, after this long, arduous war and all this death, you must be really happy to be here in Berlin. And Stalin just looked right at him and went, Tsar Alexander made it to Paris.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you're forgetting the part where those are your friends.
Yeah. You think that's maybe the point where Truman went, oh, God, maybe Patton and Churchill have a point. Maybe we did beat the wrong guys.
I mean, did we beat the wrong guys, or did we just
we didn't beat enough guys. Yeah, maybe that's it.
I mean, I don't know that I'd want to like ally with the Germans right after World War II, but I will say this about the German military. They were on a lot of meth. I mean, they couldn't have hurt.
I mean, think about it.
They had energy.
We had the manpower and the resources for their jet planes, their giant Tiger II tanks, all this other shit. I mean, okay, no, I'm not going. You know what? You're right. I saw the look in your eye.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know how they feel about it because it's like, hey, we just spent the last couple years saving all those people you were trying to eradicate. Well, if we work for you, maybe a few of them go missing, yeah? Whoa, buddy.
Look, we learned our lessons about who runs the world, so we're not going to bother those people anymore, but we would like to settle the score with the Russians. Thank you to Rupert. Rupert with $4.99 says fucking base. Yeah, Patton certainly was fucking base. That's for sure. Dub says, oh my God, Patton did say that. That's news to me. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Patton. Holy shit.
Not a fan of the Asiatic.
Oh no. They're devious. Let's talk about tramp stamps for a moment, shall we?
Fuck.
There's an article.
Holy shit.
There's an article in the New York Post that I think is it's so wonderful because it's so like the end game of women's empowerment. Like the idea of women like, oh, we need to be able to be heard and we need to be able to be honest and more in charge and things like that. And then men go, the floor is yours. I'm tired of getting yelled at. I'm tired of getting bitched at. Let's see how you do.
Okay.
And you go, let's check out the New York Post. What are women talking about today? Headline, tramp stamps are in again and no longer trashy, influencers say.
What?
I have to.
Now everyone who has one is pissed because for the last 30 years they've been a whore.
Yes, but I've got bad news, ladies. No matter what this article says, you're still a whore. Two things. Tramp stamps are not any more in than they ever were before. Number two, I don't know who made this mystic move to wave a wand over our face and do a Jedi mind trick and go, and they're not trashy anymore.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I'm like the parts dealer on Tatooine. That shit don't work on me. Absolutely not, sirs.
It's the somebody at the New York Post here has one, and she was sick of being fucking put through the ringer for it.
It was written by Emily Lefroy. Should we take a look at Emily Lefroy and see if? Because you can tell, you can look at someone and go, "Oh, that's tramp stamp." Let's take a look at Emily Lefroy. Oh, yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why Emily Lefroy is advocating for the tramp stamps.
She's got one.
Yeah. Hey, these totally aren't trashy anymore. Oh, someone came on your back last night and you haven't heard back from them, have you? Oh, that's why this article got written.
A lot of pump and dumps.
You've got dried potato flakes on the back of your anus.
Got some spuds.
You got some instant flakes. Right there on your butt cheeks.
I hope it doesn't smell the same.
Oh, no. You see, you let a guy write this artikel.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't let a woman write. Like, tell me you have a tramp stamp without telling me you have a tramp stamp. They're classy.
They're cool again.
Yeah. Not only are they classy and elegant, they're also a sign of a high IQ, great fertility, and awesome wife material. What? I've never heard any of this.
Nice.
Are you quoting a study somewhere? If you thought the resurgence of Y2K fashion was going to be limited to thinner eyebrows and lower jeans, then think again. Some trends may be a little more permanent. Someone's having a hard time getting old.
They're not only that, they're totally off base. People are not doing thin eyebrows and low-rise jeans. They're fucking doing mom fucking jeans that go above your belly button and fucking thick-ass caterpillar brows.
I will say this about the eyebrows. If they did go to the thinner eyebrows, that would be nice.
It would be a win for us.
I'm tired of these Eugene Levy bitches just going crazy with the crayon and just like,
They're the most I've ever done to my eyebrows is plucked them. Like, I couldn't be bothered to look at brows as like a thing I have to make up.
While a lower back tattoo, or a tramp stamp as they were colloquially named, has been synonymous with a somewhat trashier lifestyle of the noughts, Gen Z's love of the early 90s has seen them making a comeback. They didn't go anywhere. Whore's still gonna whore.
I'll argue you on that a little bit. I've not seen anyone getting lower back tattoos.
Well, they don't do it with you there. Like, they're
Like,
still...
you know what I mean? Like, I love tattoos and stuff like that, and I follow people that post them that actually, like, they're artists and they do them. I haven't seen a lower back tattoo in a long time. I don't think they're a thing anymore, and I don't think, like, what did they say in here? They've always been about being trashy, because wasn't that the whole idea? It's like, oh, something to aim at, something to look at while you're back there.
Like, if you get a tattoo, like, what could the other reason be? Is it less painful back there? Like other than, like, tell me, and I'll back off my assertion that it's 100% for slags. Give me the other reason why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, not many people say, oh, I just really wanted a tattoo on my lower back, you know, where everyone can just see it all the time and see my awesome artwork. Yeah. Like, that's not something people say.
Lower back tattoos became popular in Western culture in the late 90s and early 2000s by young female celebrities like, okay, right, ready? Britney Spears, Nicole Richie, Lindsay Lohan, Aaliyah. I did not throw my pen. You didn't see that.
All people that have been very suggestive.
Or died in a plane crash.
At all times, yeah.
Yeah. either whores or women who didn't live long enough to become whores. You either die with a tramp stamp or live long enough to see yourself become the prostitute.
But you know what I mean. These women they're listing are all women who wear, like, no clothes. They dance, like, sexually all the time and shit like that.
Right,
like,
and when
it was a sexual thing.
And when they have their back out, they want you to see their tattoo.
Yes.
So you know that you don't have to... Look, you can look at the girls on the dance floor, and here's what the tramp stamp did. It told you what the bar tab was before you could fuck them. You saw the tramp stamp, and it was a couple 2-for-1s. You're good to go. It was a $20 bar tab.
I don't even necessarily think it's unattractive. I just think that there's obvious, like, stigmas that come with it, and it's not untrue.
I don't blame you. You're a tramp. 2011 study found that the body artwork referred to as tramp stamps became unfairly associated with promiscuity. Wow. I'm telling you, this writer is having a serious problem with coming to grips with the fact that she's in her 30s now and she's got this fucking thing on her ass.
Wrecking balm, ma'am.
Yes.
I mean, something.
Yeah, I mean, did you really have to write this article? Couldn't you have just gone to a tattoo removal joint?
I would damn near rather do an entire back piece than do a lower back tattoo, because there is certain things associated with just the lower back. You know why? Because it's right by your ass. Okay.
And whores tend to wear it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but it's not just where the tattoo is or what the tattoo is. It's also the quality of human being that wears it.
It's very much similar to, like, you
barbed
can look
wire
at
tattoo.
Someone, yeah, barbed wire tattoo. You can look at somebody who has a fucking neck tattoo or a scalp tattoo, and you just kind of know.
Yeah.
You know, that person has certain tendencies, maybe.
If you have a neck tattoo or a tramp stamp, I like that because now I don't need to get to know you. That's the wonderful part. If you have a tramp stamp or you have a barbed wire tattoo, you've told me everything there is to know about you.
I'll even lay off the barbed wire a little bit. Literally, I just, like, location of tattoos sometimes say a lot.
However, unlike the original implications, this time... by the way, neck tattoo. Please, that's nice. I don't have to ask you if you're on probation. That's a good thing.
And I feel like... You know how, like, chicks are doing, like, the underboob tattoos and stuff? Like, like Rihanna did one and everything. I feel like that's kind of synonymous with a septum piercing. I feel like those two go hand in hand.
Yeah, like you don't know where you're going for Thanksgiving this year if you have an under-tit tattoo.
Kind of.
Yeah. Oh, where am I going? They don't want me. I don't.
And the thing about the underboob tattoo is too. Then, well, like, clearly you're always wearing shit to try to show that off. It's no different than a tramp stamp, really.
Right. However, unlike the original implications, this time around tattoos are seen as more empowering rather than embarrassing. Again, there is no evidence to support this claim. This woman is just writing this article to excuse her tramp stamp.
It's a total opinion piece.
Some guy she was with recently laughed at her tramp stamp, and she decided to write this article. Again, I don't mean to turn this into women shouldn't vote or be in the workplace, but men don't write these articles. Men don't have problems in their personal life and then go, I'm going to project it onto the rest of society so I feel normal. No, they're going to cover the news and then drink.
I can promise you this much. If like I was single and out fucking around and I had a lower back tattoo, a tramp stamp, like guys will treat you certain ways based on that. They're already, semi shitbags and just want to fucking go. Like, okay, you really want to make sure that happens? Get a tramp stamp. That's the truth.
Right. Like a tramp stamp woman is also going to be a woman who tells you that all guys are assholes.
Yes.
They're terrible people. They all treat you like shit. And
they
blah,
never
blah, blah.
stick around.
That's because those are the ones you attract. I'm sorry, but the guy who's a vice president at a bank saw your tramp stamp and goes, no. Nah.
That's a problem. You know what they think? That's a problem.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? I got a murder case coming up. I don't need that shit. That's not going to help me focus.
I'm stressed enough.
John Hahn says, Aaron, I have a neck tattoo and never had a criminal record. I was busy working and saving money to get tattoos. All right. Exception, meet rule. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's not all of you that have those tattoos, but you can, if you were a betting man, I think you'd be pretty safe betting on the problems more than not.
Brittany says, Jesus, guys, don't hate me because I got a tramp stamp when I was 19. All of your assumptions about me are very incorrect. No, wait a minute. What I'm saying is don't go making excuses for the tattoo like this woman is doing. Get your tramp stamp. Absolutely, 100%. I have no problem with you getting the tramp stamp. I'm saying the woman who wrote this article is now feeling shitty about the tramp stamp she got. And now she's writing a giant New York Post, which is a pretty big online and print publication.
Sure.
She's writing a whole piece in the New York Post basically to cover up the fact that she's embarrassed by her tramp stamp.
Yeah, again, Brittany, like you could be the exception, not the rule here. Like it doesn't have to apply to everybody.
I'm really starting to like Tubby because Tubby's one of these guys who started out like trolly and he realized, no, it's a lot more fun to just be part of the group and be a fan. Tubby goes, John Hahn is right. Not all dirty bikers go to jail.
That's true.
I'm actually really impressed by Tubby. I notice shit like that. Like when people are like kind of trying to be a gimmick and then they go, no, you know what? I'm having a lot more fun just hanging out. I notice shit like that. I like to reward stuff like that.
I will say, like, when all this shit was happening to me over this last week, Tubby, excuse me, he sent me a few DMs and stuff, and I couldn't make out what he was trying to do, but then I see him in the chat, and I feel like he's probably...
He was making jokes.
Just making some jokes.
He sent that one. He's like, tell Aaron this.
Yeah,
and I was
think
like,
I got a couple more, though, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
At some point.
That's just the thing. Like, even the trolley people realize what a W it was for us and how embarrassing it was for the other party, and they just won't admit it publicly. And that's kind of sad, but that's the internet for you.
And we've never said it's not stuff you can't talk about, but as people together, you probably just shouldn't talk about it.
Well, to me, here's what my thing always
humble
was.
Opinion.
Everybody can talk about anything they want. Yes. I'm just going to make character judgments about it.
That's exactly it.
I have no problem going, okay, I'm above you now.
Yes.
Like, I'm better than you. And that's kind of where I went after that whole thing. April took it harder naturally because it's her first time going through this. But with me, I was just like, oh, okay, well, you just lost. Like, because you're down here. I'm up here. I mean, the audience gap was already fucking insane.
Well, and all I had to do was shut the fuck up and let this guy look like a fool.
That's all it was. So. And you learned that pretty quickly.
I don't think I ever actually addressed him. Not even once.
Or should you? I mean,
that's just it's mental.
It's just sad. Veldrain says, next thing coming back, Kid Rock's former groupies are being welcomed into society. Right. Like, are we going to have Kid Rock groupies writing articles and just going, oh, it's actually pretty cool to fuck Kid Rock back in 2002?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, I agree with Atticus. Tubby is God tier. That's my favorite thing about Tubby. Like, anybody who kind of like does this thing where they're like, oh, you know what? I get this now. And then it takes a big man to adapt, and that's pretty cool. I want to read more about this bitch coping with her tramp stamp. I'm not done with her yet. Not by a damn sight. In the last 2 to 3 years, a lot of people have been getting them. I've always loved them, regardless of the stereotype behind them. So I was always open to doing them. I think it's so cute, said Carissa Fatuzzi, a Toronto-based tattoo artist. Okay, so this woman is feeling bad about her slut tattoo. So she talked to somebody she knows who's a tattoo artist, and then that person went, oh, yeah, no, it's awesome. There's a lot more people doing it. And this woman went, good, I'm going to write my article on that piece of information.
Going to a tattoo artist and looking for confirmation that your tattoo is fine, it's like going to imright.com. They're going to tell you everything's great because they want your money.
Ryan the Garbage Man, what's up, buddy?
Good morning. I was out of touch, so I don't know if you addressed this or not, but what would the dollar amount be to donate if for you to get a tramp stamp?
There is none. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything.
There's not.
Oh, come on.
No, there's not.
Not any amount ever.
No, I think I sorry. I didn't
Wow.
I didn't come up with a number.
Tough sell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We are 260 away from tomorrow morning's goal, but that is not going to be that's just rewarded with overtime and not a tramp stamp.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, bud.
What's the deal with Kumia?
What?
What's the deal with Kumia?
We were messaging back and forth before Thanksgiving. He said he'd get back to us with a time to come on the show after Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to be cunty and rush him. So if I don't hear from him probably in the next couple of weeks, I'll get back to him.
Okay. All right. I mean, strike while the iron's hot.
I'm thinking our iron's going to stay hot here for a pretty long while. I mean, we just came out of a little feud looking fucking great. We look like champs, and we're doing great shows. So I feel April was just on Simpcast. I just went on someone's backyard and took a big shit on him. I feel like we're doing pretty good.
I would definitely say you're on his radar. So.
On his radar, inside his colon. Are you kidding? All right. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't need to get romantic now.
You know what? You're right. I'm talking sexy now. Thank you, buddy.
Ryan is so sweet in a weird, backcountry kind of way.
Yes, it's a very underdeveloped way, I think.
He makes good moonshine.
All right. What's this whore babbling about now? Not you, Tubby. I lean more toward that since I grew up seeing my mom dressed a certain way. So I love everything Y2K. Okay, so see? Parenting matters. This woman's mom dressed like a whore. So now she's going to behave like a whore, and it just goes on,
Oh, it's like kids are super impressionable.
Yeah.
What?
On TikTok, influencers have embraced lower back ink. Right, because that's where trash people are, is on TikTok. The trash is on TikTok, so they're getting into trashy shit.
I used to get shit for that. I fucking hate everything that is TikTok. I don't think there's anything worth it on there. It is garbage.
It's also a Chinese spying app.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
But the joke's on the Chinese. Now they just see what the most retarded of us do.
So we look even better to everybody.
Yeah, China's like, we don't have to worry about America. They're all stupid. They guzzle laundry detergent and put whore stamps on themselves. Oh, we're good. Meanwhile, the smarter people stay away from it and we can sneak up on them.
We just look like idiocracy on TikTok.
Yes. Why come you don't have tattoo? Why come you don't have tattoo? Are you unscannable? On TikTok, influencers have embraced slutty ink. Come get a tramp stamp with me, Gen Z creator Callie Wilson wrote on her video, showing the process of her inking to millions of both delighted and horrified users, some still scarred by their own tattoos. We are absolutely not bringing these back, one panicked woman wrote. Again, this is just all this woman coping with the fact that she's feeling insecure about her tramp stamp. That's
not good.
That's one of the most amazing articles I've ever read.
I have a little bit of personal experience, I suppose I could tell you about a tramp stamp.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so this is going to be bad on all kinds of levels. So I think it was summer before senior year, we took a band trip, a marching band trip, right?
Okay.
The whole mess of us did. We were going out to New York, I believe, and we ended up at Six Flags on the way. And if you go to the water park side, there's a tattoo station where you can get temporary tattoos with your friends. And so me and my two girlfriends fucking went over there. And you know what the naughty thing to do is when you go to the Six Flags tattoo place?
Get a temporary tramp stamp.
You all get tramp stamps because it was the naughty thing to do. And you know what? People do treat you like you have the tramp stamp now.
Yes, as they should.
And you eventually, before that fucking thing wears off, you start trying to cover it up. You're
right.
Like, oh, I don't want anyone to see me in my bikini now.
It's a good learning experience.
It is. It's true. No, I will absolutely admit that. We all got them together. We all were like, oh, that's hot, you know? No, it wasn't good.
It's, this is maybe my favorite video for today. I have a white girl who, look, I understand that age-wise she's supposed to be moved out of her parents' house and have her own place. Mm-hmm. But there's definitely a big difference between being old enough to go and move out on your own and being mature enough. Yeah, being mature enough.
Understanding this term we call responsibility.
Yes. She is old enough. I will say this. She's definitely old enough.
That means she's over. There we go, boys.
Yeah. She's old enough to be moved out on her own, but she is definitely not mature enough. She's
old enough to have those tattoos and to have those singles put in her G-string.
She is having an existential crisis, Johnny, over crickets. She had a cricket in her house, and she didn't know what the fuck to do. Do you want to watch a pretty white girl cry on TikTok this early in the morning?
Yes.
Why don't you ask me if I want to come?
Already did. Anyways, I was all like, oh, this is hot. I'm gonna make a lot of like hot girl jokes, but crying over a cricket? Really?
Yeah. It looks like she rubbed Vaseline in this eye over here.
Yeah, I don't know, or some sort of sparkly shit. And by the way, girls, don't do your makeup like a sex worker if you don't want to be treated like a sex worker.
Are you saying that makeup is donkey punchable?
I'm saying I've seen that makeup without whatever this, like, is that jizz? I don't know. Did you get a...
Could be jizz. Don't shame her.
I'm not shaming her. I'm
Might
saying,
be cricket jizz. She's full of them.
Hey, you handle the problem however you have to.
Maybe if I...
Just saying.
Maybe if I jerk off one of the crickets, maybe it'll make it... Do you think when you jerk off a cricket, it goes...
Just chirps
can't
all
make
the
a
time?
cricket sound. We're both fucking... Now we've exposed that we both don't know how crickets sound.
Yep. Well, I know how it sounds.
One?
What?
Can you do the whistle one?
Nope.
No, me neither. What a bunch of untalented fucks we are.
Yeah, why do people watch this shit?
Chad's right. All right, let's go and watch this girl talk about her cricket problem. And you guys...
You're right. Chad is right. Hitler was a great guy.
Quoting Chad Zumach, of course.
You can see it on all of his privated videos.
So I keep getting crickets in my house. I don't know why. I've never had a cricket problem before, but I looked it up and apparently...
Is this code for a home invasion by a certain group of people and they're watching her so she has to speak in code?
I mean, maybe. Are you really this upset about a cricket problem?
The crickets were here wearing balaclavas and they're armed. And they stole my rims first. The crickets. Sorry.
Look, I'm just saying Kanye's right about the crickets.
had a cricket problem before, but I looked it up and apparently it's really bad luck to kick them out of your house.
So now she doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
This is what happens when you move out of your parents' house before you stop believing in horoscopes. You end up in this position. So
your life is being ruined by a Chinese belief.
Oh. What, TikTok?
No, that crickets are good luck creatures and kicking them out of your house will bring misfortune upon you and your family.
So now she is immobilized by the superstition. She wants the crickets out of her house, but it's bad luck to kick the crickets out of your house. So what's a girl to do?
Apparently it's really bad luck to kick them out of your house. Like, you're not supposed to kick them out of your house, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, let you stay here? Now there's like 36 crickets running around.
I love this. It is so beautiful. Do you think this is also a woman who has at some point said during a drunken night out, and I don't need a man?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, she's definitely yelled that she doesn't need a man and that all men are scummy and worthless.
I guarantee you, if not before, definitely after this, her dad saw this video and went, I am ashamed of you.
Oh, the crickets are in my house, but it's bad luck to throw them out, so I have like 34 crickets.
Just make it an inhospitable environment for them. Start smoking weed like a chimney.
Yeah.
You can act like a man!
Well,
What's the matter with you?
Like, let you stay here. Now there's like 36 crickets running around because I did kick out one, and let me tell you, I had a really, really horrible week after that.
oh my God, I had a really shitty, like, horrible week. The first thing is, when I went to get my coffee, they didn't have the large. I said, I just want my goddamn venti, you overpaid bitch. And she said, go fuck yourself.
I threw one cricket out and I had a really bad week, and it couldn't have been the amalgamation of the decisions I'd made that week. It had to be that I threw a fucking cricket out of my house. You deserve to have all the crickets. And Gino's gay. Gino's got an Eames chair, and that's gay. Sorry, every time I yell now, I'm just going to be...
You're just going to go into...
I'm going to go into Kevin Brennan mode.
Kevin Brennan mode.
You threw out the crickets because you had the right idea, and then because your life is a fucking dumpster fire, you decided, oh, it must have been the crickets' fault, and then you have a OnlyFans and you're gay. Sorry.
It's just I threw the cricket out, and then my boyfriend broke up with me because I was crying to him about the crickets, and he said, I'm sick of this shit, and he hung up the phone, and now he won't respond to my calls, and it's all because I threw out that cricket.
And now they're just running around. And I'm like, please move. I just want to make a piece of toast and you're in my way.
Step on the cricket!
Oh, meanwhile, the crickets are sitting there going, who can argue that the last week in this house has been entirely mine? She won't throw out a cricket.
I just want to make some toast. You can't handle the toast.
All I want to do is make some toast. Well, I'm sorry. You know what they say about making toast in her apartment? Yeah, they say don't come down to make the toast without a platoon behind you. Fuck. Jiminy Cricket ain't got shit on me. I want to go back to all I want. This woman is having an existential breakdown because she won't kill a bunch of crickets because she threw one out of her house. Didn't even kill the fucking thing. Threw one out of her house. She had a bad week, so now she won't throw the crickets out, but the crickets just keep producing and multiplying in her home to the point where she can't make fucking breakfast. And so now she's having an existential crisis.
And this gets even better.
There are some days where I go, maybe I'm not as big of a misogynist as people have painted me out to be. And then I watch myself and how much joy I take and how many times I'm going to rewind this woman saying this stuff. And I go, it's okay for your enemies to have a point.
No, dude, it's not that you're a misogynist. It's that they are what we say.
See, I'm in the clear. I'm not a misogynist. I'm just super observant.
Yeah, these guys are just cunts. But again, here's the best part. So she threw the cricket out. She had the worst week of her life, as opposed to looking like, what choices have I made? What have I done that could have brought this on myself? I don't understand what's going on. And someone goes, well, what have you done lately? They go, well, I threw a cricket out. Well, that brings bad luck. And then she thought, oh, fuck. So she doesn't kick any of these crickets out. Now they're multiplying and reproducing ad nauseum. She's going to get evicted for letting her apartment fall into squalor. And when she gets evicted, she's going to go, it's all because I kicked out the cricket.
And then yesterday, it got worse, and I realized, oh my God, I opened an umbrella in my apartment. It's getting worse.
I stepped over a black cat while I punched a mirror.
I looked at a penny on the ground, it was heads up, and I told it to go fuck itself.
Actually, that's how you can get rid of the crickets. Get a cat.
There you go.
They will eat the shit out of them crickets.
Fuck that, a dog will too. Dogs love to eat bugs.
Oh, dude, but I'm just saying, cats love to hunt. That's why you want the... dogs will eat anything if it's available, Like I saw a video recently where there's a bird on a fence and a pit bull just kind of comes up and he's like looking at it.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
That's like when you open up a shark and he's got like soup cans in it. That's what a pit bull is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general for cats, whether or not they kill it or whether or not they eat it, they're gonna hunt it and kill it.
Right.
If they see it move, they're like, oh, you're dead now.
Yeah.
And it's just that's why you want the cat.
We get a video from her like a week from now. I got a bunch of frogs to get rid of the crickets, and now I have a frog infestation. So I hired a snake to get rid of the crickets, and now I have boa constrictors in my house. So I got a mongoose to kill the snakes, and now mongooses are watching TV in my living room. So I hired a Russian hitman, and now I'm fucking and I'm pregnant. And it's the fucking cricket's fault.
That is a weird tangent to go. I didn't see Russian, and now
that's
I'm
my
pregnant.
version of the old lady who swallowed a fly.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently she swallowed some jizz
All right.
with her snatch.
I kill all the mongoose in your apartment. Do you make payments? Oh, you don't have money. Have you ever seen Pornhub when you can't pay the closing fees on your new house? You fuck realtor.
In Russia, we have saying, bill comes due or I do too.
Horrible week after that. And now they're just running around. And I'm like, please move. I just want to make a piece of toast and you're in my way.
Well, have you tried asking them nicely like that? Like, hey, please move. And the cricket's like, oh, fuck, my bad, dude. Sorry.
This is why, ladies, especially all of you that think of yourselves as something nice to see. This is why TikTok and all these social media, this is the problem. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna cry to the internet. I've got a problem. How do I solve it? You're gonna have thousands of dudes go, oh, poor you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a strong, brave individual.
This is as much a man problem as it is a woman problem.
Yeah.
Because guys simp for this shit.
You need a guy going, get rid of the fucking crickets. All right?
Yes.
Kick out the fucking crickets. Actually, you know what? Why don't you move out? I can listen to the crickets a lot easier than I can you.
If I'd grown up on a farm and was retarded.
That's a little
Bruce might impress me, but I didn't. So.
And now they're just running around. And I'm like, please move. I just want to make a piece of toast and you're in my way. And I open a cabinet and it's just like, oh, hey, cricket that I can't kick out of my house.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you
can. You have that power.
You're allowed to kick it out of your house. Cricket's sitting there chilling, smoking a cigarette, going, good, how are you? They're like the little roach aliens in Men in Black.
No, dude. There's a cricket up in there smoking a roach. Just fucking. Hey, man, you got any munchies up
No, it's just a literal roach, though. Like in her. My impression of a roach.
Its legs.
It's my impression of a roach on fire, by the way. I'm a talented guy. Oh. Yeah, she goes into her kitchen. They're pouring coffee like, ¿Qué pasa? Like the aliens just fuck.
Can you please just leave? I don't want to kick you out. I just want to ask you nicely to leave. My house is just infested with crickets. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, they don't make these things called bug bombs or bug trap. You can't call an Orkin man. There's nothing you can do about these crickets.
Well, she doesn't want bad luck. You know.
I gotta think, like, if there is communication in the insect world, that there's like a cricket out front of her house. Yo, she bought the Chinese myth bullshit. It's free reign.
You know, it's really bad to kick black people out your house, right? It's like, is it really?
Oh, God.
And that's how the latest black.com video starts.
I'm going to just like jump in her car and be like, hey, it's really bad luck to kick crippled people out of your car. Just so you know.
Yo, this is my dog Cricket. He wants to stay in your place for a while. It was bad luck to kick a cricket out your house.
See, that's what the myth is she thought that they meant actual crickets. They're just talking about one hood cricket.
Scarface says, I'm not a misogynist. I'm just saying that she shouldn't be allowed to vote, drive, or hold public office and should be put in a burqa. She certainly shouldn't be allowed to own property. Jesus. Now whoever owns that apartment and is renting it to her is going to have a fucking cricket. You know, I've been noticing an infestation here everywhere I look, in fact. Nothing but a poorly evolved, barely conscious pond scum. Totally convinced of her own superiority. She scurries about, her thought pointless. Right. Well, don't you want to get rid of him? Oh, in the worst way.
Oh, man.
I wish it ended for her like it ended for the Exterminator and Men in Black. Brittany says, Aaron, don't sell yourself short. You're a huge misogynist. Why else would I listen? Hey, 7.5% women now we're up to.
So if we can work those numbers back down, or all right, I guess you broads can stay. Just don't get so uppity.
It's funny if she goes to the cricket and goes, I just want to make a piece of toast. And they part like the Red Sea and go, oh, shit, we'd like some too. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Make some too. Why didn't you say so? Skeezy writes, holy
I just want to have a night alone to be able to entertain myself, but as soon as I pull out my vibrator, fucking crickets.
They scurry over. That's my best cricket impression I've got. Those are more squeaky windshield wipers, but you get the idea. Lemmy says, I feel like you can turn 36 crickets in your house into some pretty funny content, right?
Yeah, dude. Get a lizard.
Scarface says, Lady Orkin Pest Control costs $45 a month. Sir K says, boss, I took your advice on immersion therapy. Now I get my asshole blown out while somebody hits and yells at me. That's some fucked up fears you had going in. I can't take responsibility for that. Why Do I Podcast says, I saw a yellow jacket in my house yesterday, and I almost moved out. I mean, that is kind of a Jewish thing to do, Kev. So I think you're forgiven. I think not by Christ, but
but don't worry, that bill will come due in time.
Kanye's over there talking on a podcast. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning. By the way, fuck April to death with a rubber hose. You know what she did?
What?
She went to a flea market kind of thing
without you
near the house, and she found a shirt and she ended up buying it for herself. It's a fucking Doc Holliday shirt with his face, and on the bottom it says, I have not yet begun to defile myself. Fucking hate her for it.
What? It's actually the perfect shirt for
I know, I want it. You kidding? Yeah, Atomic Citizen says, and for the sequel, she doesn't know about ghost crickets. There's crickets haunting my house. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle says, you let one cricket in, and now look at them. They just won't leave and keep inviting their friends. Exactly. You gotta put your foot down on this shit.
Enjoy kicking me out. Hope they avoid some other minority, probably a Mexican. Enjoy having family.
Jack Zim says, I used to hunt those little fuckers at night down in Jersey. Guess what? They make noise. I always found them and squashed them. Now I own Amazon. Oh, I was not aware of that. That story had a very happy ending. This is just titled from Not the Bee. I'm sorry, but I had to see this, so now you do too.
It's never a good start.
April, do you find yourself, or do you feel you are a godly person?
Sometimes, most of the time.
Do you feel that you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you feel that he is worth praise and worship?
Typically, but I feel like you're doing something here.
Okay. Do you think this is maybe overdoing it? Keep an open mind.
I'll check it out.
This is one of those big non-denominational churches, which I hate.
I don't like those. As a religious person, non-denominational is not cool.
There's nothing worse than people who try to make religion look cool. Like, you look at the stuff you're being taught in religion, it ain't for coolness. It's a break from coolness. It's like, hey, listen, motherfucker, you don't do this, this, and that. I'll make you burn for the rest of your goddamn existence. You understand? And that's forever. I'll send you to a place full of burning and fire and everything else unless you don't go to gay weddings. Or whatever they say now. I don't know what they say.
Don't go to gay weddings.
They probably so. Well, yeah, you'll go to hell if you go to gay weddings. So I don't know what the lesson is anymore. I'm not allowed in. But these non-denominational churches, I went to one once, and before the preacher man started his preacher man stuff, they brought on, and this was the title, the CEO of the church. And I went, you know what? There's no CEOs in church. I don't want a CEO in a church.
Right.
And they were talking about all the stuff they had coming up and where all the money, hey, give us money for this, and hey, we want to go to this country, and hey, we want to go here, and this and that. I mean, it just seemed a little off for God.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've never liked the idea of the Pope either. Like, people fawning over that guy and stuff. Like, he seems like, in Bible terms, like he would be a false idol almost.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've always felt about the Pope. But this guy, part of a non-denominational church, decided to do, and this is always fun. You can always tell a non-denominational church by the band setup they have. If it's Catholic, they have an organ. If it's Lutheran, they have an organ. If it's non-denominational, they got fucking bongos, they got bass drums, they've got guitars, they are laying on the cool uncle shtick really hard at these non-denominational churches.
They're very hippie-ish. I've been to one of them, and it was awful.
And men in suits sing songs at some of them.
Yep. Very nice suits.
What are the odds that this is a really good song?
Probably next to nothing.
Okay, let's check it out.
I love hot Bible. My mouth waters for the things of God.
Ew.
Starting off pretty gay.
That's extremely gay.
He loves hot Bibles and his mouth waters for the things of God.
This looks like a bad episode of Mad Men.
Brother, Right here. You got a little something. Right on your chin.
Little dribble.
Yeah.
One taste, then to another. Now I'm standing before you. I knew those hooked on God's word. Oh.
People think this is good somewhere.
I want his hard drive. Today. Not tomorrow. Not after breakfast. Now.
Don't people have any shame? Like, don't they understand how, like, bad this looks?
And also, he looks like a banker. Like, you can't banker rock out. Like,
I've thought about that, and also I've thought sometimes when you wear, like, your nicest of nice, like, suits to church, like, that looks kind of weird, too. You know how, like, really rich people like Joel Osteen just wear the nicest of everything and then ask for money?
Yeah, he should dress in rags.
I think so.
And rant like a homeless
Loincloths.
person. Yeah.
All right.
Stop dancing.
My heart's burning.
Get that check.
Hot fire for God.
Hot fire for God.
Okay, who's better, him or Kenneth Copeland?
I like this guy now.
Oh, man.
My heart's burning. Hot fire for God. I'm going to be singing that today. Go back. We're all learning this song.
Aaron actually just found God today because of this guy.
I did. I've been led into the arms of the Lord.
My heart's burning. Hot fire for God.
Fuck yeah. One more time.
Heart's burning.
No, I gotta go back.
My heart's burning. Hot fire for God.
And with the background, people say, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck the devil, hot fire for God. Like he goes a little too nuts, like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future.
Yep.
Like he's like, and the devil can suck my dick. I've only got one asshole and it's open for God.
Oh my God. No.
Lord, come in my face. I ain't wiping. 'Cause it's the semen of God. Oh. Oh.
It's not okay.
So much cooler when I never pull it out. 'Cause God made me suck his dick on the temple on the mount. Instead of something in your mouth.
I didn't get that.
I made a religious song parody.
I think you should only do this now.
Might as well face it, you're addicted to God.
That's a good one.
My heart aches. My body needs God's dick and his seed. Oh,
God, this feels so wrong.
You probably think that you're in love with my God. Oh, no. Sorry.
I feel like I'm about to burn in hell. He
I
said
like
it.
this guy.
He said it, God.
All right. My heart's burning. Hot fire for God.
Get it.
Yeah. I don't want to get copyright struck.
I know, this is getting risky.
Oh, God.
I feel so gross.
Do I come from my God down under?
I come for my God.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But Mark Stevens calling it bukkake baptism. Oh.
Yuck.
The drummer is playing the drums wrong, says Braun.
They actually had to play music over him.
You're making me hate Jesus on Christmas. No, don't hate Jesus. That guy's awesome.
It wasn't God's fault unless, well, technically they are doing that for God. So if God is like compelling people to do this.
I was going to shit on this, but I think I like this guy.
Do you really?
What's their name?
Oh.
I need to know what their name is. I need to know the name of the band, and they won't tell me. I'm fucking angry.
Hot Bibles.
Hot Bibles. I'm burning for God.
So off-putting.
Luck of the Bind says, golden and white chunky showers for God.
Oh my God.
Come on. Jesus Christ. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Coming again to spray his cum all over my face. Jesus Christ. Fuck yeah.
This feels so wrong for me.
Because
right
God made my ass gay. Let's all pray for God to give what I need. Let's all pray. I want his holy seed. Let's all pray. I hope he knows that my ass is okay when God finds out I'm gay.
I think we're all going to hell.
Oh. Good old J. Oh, yeah. Hot Bibles, check it and see. Got a fever of 103.
It's actually the temperature of hell.
Yes. He loves everyone. Well, he must really love that guy because that guy's droning on about hot Bibles and hot fire for God.
Rocking out with his cock out for God.
Yeah.
Cock's out for Jesus.
Yes.
Oh.
My dick is out. My God is here. One word, and I'll turn queer. Oh.
Oh.
Well, it was fun.
I told such a weird line with like the God stuff because I totally feel like I'm going, no, it's very funny. But for people who have like gone to church and shit, I just feel like now I'm going to hell for saying any of that.
They don't know about hot Bibles at your church. Mark Stevens with $20. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
We're 2:45 away from Monday's goal already. Thank you guys very much. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal links in the chat. Super chats count as well. Jared with $5 says, hey, Aaron, I'll trade you my Steven Crowder crossdresser card for your Chad Zumach posing with a stolen credit card. Also, I can't wait for you guys to hit 10,000. Well, me neither. It's been a very fun show. It started with making Opie and Chad go nuts, and now it's gone on to Steven Crowder and Hot Bibles for God. And we still have Alex Stein coming up at 10 o'clock.
I forgot about Alex. Is that bad?
This show has been way too fun.
Hot loads for God, right?
Hot loads of for God.
That could be a good song, actually, because he wants everyone to multiply.
That's true.
Hot loads for God.
Yeah, but this guy's putting those loads in the wrong place.
I think so.
He is really...
And that could go a couple directions, actually.
Those loads are going in the wrong place. Yeah, Jonathan Todd, pour some scripture on me. In the name of God, pour some...
I want him to start like loosening his tie aggressively and ripping his coat off.
Matthew 8:16.
Oh my God.
Oh. Hearts on fire, God's desire coming deep within. In the burning God, just about to burst. Well, I love Jesus and I've got an unquenchable thirst.
Will you come sing at my church sometime?
I will, but you got to give me a day to write a decent song.
You know, my church tried to be cool too. The older I got, so like they obviously have like the big organ like up top, like behind the sanctuary. And then they've got the piano and a drum set up front.
Stevie J says Aaron is rocking out and April is having an existential crisis.
I do find
you
it
really
very
don't know if you should join in on this.
I find it very funny, but I'm like, look, God does not appreciate me right now.
You gotta fight for your right to worship.
Are you gay for the Lord? Yeah, what a weird position to be in if you're gay, but you're really like gay for God. Can
I don't know.
Can God be upset with you?
The mood says we got 600 people watching. Hit the like. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like button. That's
Fuck
great,
it
guys.
for God.
Fuck the like button for God. If you hit like, you know that your cum is for the Lord.
Check it out. It is, what is this? Like over 2 hours in, I've only said the F word 8 times.
Great job. But weren't you counting someone else saying the F word too?
That was one of them.
Okay.
Because I had to like read it.
Glenn says, stop this, please.
I know. There's probably some people out here who are like me, and it's like, look, it's funny, but what can I say?
Today's God Sawyer was hot, hot burning. I can't do Tom Sawyer very well. I'm sorry. I don't like Rush. Farfik Nugan says, dude, when I was growing up, they did take pop songs and turn them into Christian music. At a certain point,
Really?
I was like, wait a second. I've heard this melody before. Well, you know who...
I've never heard that.
You know who makes songs out of pop songs? The Westboro Baptist Church.
They are pros at this.
Yeah.
My God. You can't be Christian and say that.
They've got songs like This Land is Gay F-Word Land.
You can't say that and be Christian. You absolutely cannot do that. I mean,
You're saying you can't have a website called GodHatesFs.com?
Look, I go back on my Christianity all the time with that word, of course, but
instead of poker face, they have whorish face.
you can't do this.
They have to check if the Westboro Baptist Church site is secure.
I wish we could show you.
Verify you are human. No, I won't.
That was God Hates Fs.
Yes, that's the Westboro Baptist Church's website.
That's their actual name.
Yeah. That's the name of their website.
I was unaware. Everyone that goes there is burning in hell. I don't know. Like, you can't do that.
Could be holding you tonight. Could stop doing wrong, start doing right. You don't care about what I say. I guess I'll just stay here and pray. Yeah, praising the Lord, don't square no deal. But at least you know the way I feel. Oh.
Their songs are pretty good, though. The God Hates You one is very funny.
Oh,
the
God.
Lady Gaga
Yeah,
song.
God hates you. You pissed off God. You'll see what he's got. 9/11.
I love that she
It just says 9/11.
I love that she spoiled it for everyone.
Maybe they did it.
Yeah. You pissed off God. You'll see what he's got. Spoiler alert, 9/11. All right.
What if there was just a psychotic church out there that like thinks they're ultra religious and then does horrific things to show the wrath of gods? Like,
that's the
as an
Westboro
example?
Baptist Church.
Do they actually physically do things?
They protest soldiers' funerals. Dead
I
soul.
clearly don't know enough about them.
They picketed George Jones's funeral. Although George Jones, in fairness, was a massive piece of shit.
Well, that's fine then, right?
If you guys have never heard the stories, George Jones, total shitbag.
God was 12 Saudis.
Oh, no. God took the form of 19 Saudis.
Oh, yeah, don't you shortchange
Yeah,
me.
how dare you? Well, 7 Mossad agents, so who really knows?
God can melt steel beams.
Did you like that? Yeah, that's true. The Lord can melt steel beams. That's why you guys thought it was an inside job. You thought it was jet fuel. No, it was God's laser eyes.
It's God's cum, actually.
19 and Zacharias Musawi. Yeah, he was late for the fucking flight. He lived. Gary Crouch. My God has an awesome rod.
You have to stop now. No more God rods. I like to picture my God without a rod, actually.
Hey, you know what you get if you're gay? What? Fireball. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's talk about this Mandy Rose thing. I'm very excited about the Mandy Rose deal. I think this is a stupid move by WWE. I think it's kind of the old way of doing business, not adapting to how things are now, especially in the OnlyFans era. Mark my words, in the next 2 years,
Yes.
firing a woman for having an OnlyFans is going to be considered like a form of discrimination.
It is. I don't think I feel like we're there already. You know
No,
what I
because they're
mean?
still firing like teachers and cops and shit like that. Like they're still cutting people loose, and like this Mandy Rose story we'll get to in a second. But I think in a couple years there's gonna be so many thoughts and skanks on OnlyFans that they're gonna be powerful enough that like it's gonna be like Operation Mayhem. There's gonna be so many of us on OnlyFans that if you fire us, who's gonna take out your garbage and be your police officers?
It's literally that party you were at in college where there were so many of you there, the cops couldn't like give you all minors, so they just
Right.
told you to go home.
Exactly. They're just gonna
Like,
go,
and then you just go to the next house.
we're not going to have UFC fighters. We're not going to have teachers. We're not going to have secretaries.
Yeah.
We're not going to have anything like that because they're all going to have an OnlyFans. Everyone's going to try to fire them. There's going to be some kind of like landmark lawsuit where now women can't be fired for having an OnlyFans as long as it doesn't interfere with company time.
I could see the Biden administration coming up with this.
So Mandy Rose is a professional wrestler for the WWE, and she was posting content on April. Close your eyes, because I don't want to reveal what Mandy Rose looks like yet.
Okay.
She dropped the NXT title on Tuesday night's episode of NXT and then was fired today. Okay, so this was planned.
Can I open now?
Yes.
Okay.
The 32-year-old was in the midst of one of the most dominant title reigns in NXT history before she shockingly lost the title on Tuesday. So they probably had planned for her to drop this title.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of the website? They're not mentioning it. It's not OnlyFans.
It's fans something fan
link or something like that. It's they don't have it.
Time?
Bleacher Report fucking sucks. Do they have like some kind of deal with Fan Time? There it is. It was
Fan Time. Wow.
Yeah, a Fan Time page. So she had this Fan Time page, and she was putting content up there, and it was outside of WWE time. But WWE decided this is not something we want to be associated with. They found a loophole in her contract where putting up content like that is a violation. So you're out. We're terminating your contract.
Yep.
With WWE. That being said, I know she's probably not very happy with losing her pro wrestling career. But any independent promotion, be it ROH, AEW, Impact, any of those companies, they will gladly pick her up because they love picking the bones of the WWE just because they have that name on them.
Sure.
And also, her fan time or OnlyFans or whatever she chooses to do is going to go through the fucking roof. As a matter of fact, I don't know why these female wrestlers don't, and maybe they will in the future, do like 3-4 solid years of WWE TV work, start an OnlyFans, let them fire you.
Why not?
Right?
And because just the firing alone is going to drive people there.
Yeah. I mean, Paige Van Zandt never has to fight again.
Nope. She has her own website.
Yeah, and she makes a shitload of money from it.
She looks good.
And as Richard Schack says, yeah, how ironic. WWE, that bastion of morality. Wrestlers dying at 40. Their CEO
Drugs.
having to quit because he was fucking girls and paying them. And
How about all the drug and alcohol problems, too?
Steroid use, all kinds of people just being fucked up all the time. They've had WWE stars. When I was a kid, it was like a rite of passage for the new hot WWE chick to be in Playboy. China did porn.
Oh, wow.
X-Pac did porn. I mean, they weren't working for WWE at the time.
But still.
But like all of these Playboy people, all this stuff that they've done, and this chick manages her own fan time. I think what pissed WWE off might have been that they didn't get a cut. She was making money on the side that undercuts WWE's access to her name and likeness and everything else.
Really? I feel like this would be an entirely separate thing, and there's nothing they should be able to like cry about there.
Should we take a look? Do you want to see some Mandy Rose photos and see what you think?
I'd like to know what she looks like.
You filthy
Holy
lesbo.
Okay, there's something weird with her face, but everything else is pristine.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, if you're a pro wrestler, you've got what equates to stage makeup on.
That's some pretty thick makeup.
But they do that. I mean, it's like doing theater. In theater, you got heavy
this,
makeup.
like mostly white crop top here.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm not really a brunette guy, but that is...
You're not a brunette guy?
That's a really nice body.
Well, she's in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, that's a great body. I don't like her face. I love everything else.
Jesus. So she's putting shit like this on her fan time page, and I'm sure she's doing very, very well with it. But WWE was not thrilled over it. I mean...
Jesus Christ.
She's going to make a fortune.
She makes me ashamed of myself.
Why's this?
Look at her. Look, I work out. I don't look like that. You know what I mean?
You don't have access to a lot of the things she has access to.
I guess. I don't do fucking makeup either.
It's
so
also,
I guess, that was all makeup.
It's also not your career to make yourself look like that. I mean, you have to remember, she doesn't do this as a hobby and then look like that. This is what she does for a living.
She's so good at that pouty face.
Oh, man. She's going to...
oh, man.
Again, they let her go. Like, there's part of me, there's a businessman sitting in an office that understands, that gets it. You know, we want to put forth a certain image, and even though we've fallen short of that image in the past, that doesn't mean that we just allow it all now. We've got to enforce a certain... We also Don't want all of our WWE girls getting OnlyFans, getting rich off the OnlyFans, and then telling us to fuck off. You got to think.
Okay.
An OnlyFans for a female wrestler is leverage in contract negotiations.
I have a fucking argument to that too. What if they all had OnlyFans because they're fucking hot, and that drove people to watch your WWE shit more?
Maybe, but I'm saying in terms of negotiating for a contract, they don't have to take whatever deal WWE throws at them. They can go, you can pay me more, or I'll just do more shit with my OnlyFans.
What if they're really good at their job on WWE?
It doesn't matter. WWE's job is to not pay them more than they have to. And having that OnlyFans as another source of income undercuts what WWE can offer them.
I can see two sides of this. I do. I understand what you're saying, but I also feel like the OnlyFans thing shouldn't be affecting this that bad that you lost your job. She already has no clothes on in the ring.
I have not seen the extent that she goes on her fan time page. I don't know how hard in the paint she goes on that fan time page.
Something's hard, that's for sure.
So I can't say. I mean, if she's taking a hard one in the shit cutter, on her fan time page, there's a chance that Triple H goes, "Yeah, I don't want to be associated with this."
Why not? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say why not, but
yeah. So look, I get it from an office standpoint. But from what I understand, this is not like she didn't just get this fan time page.
Most of them have been working. Like by the time you hear about them having one, I'm sure they've been working on it for a while, like a year or two at least.
Okay. Gordy says she's basically doing soft porn with her husband, who is a wrestler in NWA.
Big deal. See
now there's two things if you're WWA. They don't want another wrestler being promoted, and they also don't want you basically fucking on the internet. I get it.
I will say they already put the women in fucking slutty clothes in the ring. I don't see the big deal here in regards to the sex. Now the cross promotion, I actually see that more than the sex.
Yeah. Scotty Faye says they probably talked to her numerous times about it and she still didn't listen. Mark says WWE has even made some of their wrestlers shut down their gaming channels and stuff like that. Well, I mean, think about this. Howard Stern used to yell at Stuttering John about this. And it was making side money and getting free shit on, as Howard would say, because he's Jewish, his tuchus. John would take Yankees tickets. John would take stock, IPOs, from people calling into the show, and they'd offer him IPOs, VIP Yankee tickets, shit like that, and he'd take it all. And Howard would get pissed because he's going, you're on my ass.
Yep.
On my time and on my ass, you're taking handouts and you're taking freebies. Okay. And John would play dumb and, pretend he didn't understand, or maybe he was just dumb and he didn't understand. But this kind of reminds me of that. WWE sees this as, you guys are starting a gaming channel. You guys are starting a YouTube or a Twitch. You guys are starting an OnlyFans or a fan time, and you're using it based on our TV time. People see you on our TV. They search for you. They find your fan time.
Right. Where I argue that is, what if it went the other way? That's what I see.
I don't believe that for a second.
Okay.
If I was a judge and you presented that in court, I'd tell you to get the fuck out of here with that. Mm-hmm. It is far more likely that they see you on WWE and they go search for you and find the fan time than they found you on fan time and found WWE. And also, it would be different if WWE agreed to advertising on her fan time page.
Sure.
They didn't agree to be associated with that.
This to me is giving me serious old radio vibes when they found out that you had a Twitch and you were making money with it on the side. And they didn't like that a whole lot. They wanted all the information about it.
They never found out until after I left.
Still, they found out you had one.
Well, they knew I had a Twitch, but they didn't know. I kept.
You always told me that they had found out, like, no, there's more going on there. And they wanted your information.
No. They knew that there was like partnership and stuff, but I just kept telling them that I haven't applied for it in a long time.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
My dad taught me, he was the master of the half-truth. So you weren't lying.
Wow.
Yeah, so you weren't lying. So here's one.
This is good.
My dad tried to get us into a basketball tournament that our friends were in, but my dad didn't want to pay for each of us and my friends to go to it. So we wore our jerseys, our basketball jerseys, for our team because it was a different tournament. Usually when you wear your jerseys, you get in free. They were making my dad pay. And my dad goes, I don't want to pay. And it was so awkward because he's just standing there.
No, your dad's never been awkward or uncomfortable. I have no idea.
He's like, I don't want to pay. So the lady there going, well, you have to pay unless you're working. And he goes, well, I am working. And she said, "What? Yeah, I'm working over there." And he pointed that way towards like Woodbury or wherever he works.
Oh, he was pretending to be like a coach or something.
But it's also towards where the concession stand is. So they went, "Oh, okay, well then yeah, go ahead and go in." So he wasn't lying, but he wasn't.
So your dad taught you to be a half-honest man.
In these situations like the radio one.
Wow.
So with the radio situation, it was this. I told them, no, I haven't applied for partnership in months. Which was true. I hadn't applied for partnership in months. Because I was already a partner. So I wasn't lying to them.
You know what? I'm going to remember this tactic.
Listen, I wasn't
use this.
Listen, I wasn't lying to them. They just weren't asking the right questions.
Basically, it was a lie by omission then?
No, I was answering the question they asked me. I wasn't answering what they wanted.
Got it.
I just answered the question.
The answers still fit the question, but not in the way that they intended.
Here's how it went. They would go, "Do you make money on that Twitch?" And I said, I said, "If you're partner, you make money on Twitch." And then they said, "Well, how do you become partner?" And I said, "You have to apply for partnership." He goes, and they would ask me, "Have you applied for partnership?" And I said, "I haven't applied for partnership in a long time." And all that was true.
Bag of shit.
Right. All of that was true.
No, it totally is.
I did not tell me one lie I told in that whole thing.
No, you didn't.
Right. They just didn't ask the correct question.
Very crafty of you.
Right. Well, look, I answered the questions I was asked.
And you learned this from your father.
I gave them nothing more than what they asked. I'm not going to answer a question I wasn't asked. Now watch.
See, I feel like my dad's taught me the same thing, but he always just says never give anyone any more information than they need.
That's lying too.
Is it lying?
Yes.
Or is it just
if you know something that could help them with what they're looking for, then yes. You and I are the same
But my
piece
dad
of
has
shit.
never said don't just be half honest. He just said not any more than they need.
That's the same thing I'm talking about. I answered
Your dad said it a very different way though.
Well.
Look,
no, I'm saying the way I practiced it is different. I'm an evolved
Has this helped
guy.
you through a lot of things in your life? Or what?
It's caused some problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not fucking her right now.
Right. Now I might.
My dick isn't in them at this moment.
Am I fucking them now? No.
No. Am I fucking them? Am I fucking them? No, I am not fucking them. And that is 100% true. Did I fuck them yesterday? Yes. Do I plan on fucking them tomorrow? Yes. But am I fucking them? No.
No, I'm right here with you.
I am right here. I wish I wasn't.
Right.
I wish I was fucking them. I used to be
you're fucking killing me.
I used to be a piece of shit is what I'm trying to say.
Woo.
This one rescued me.
Yeah, right. Look at him. Look how much joy you're having right now.
Well, what? When you've moved on from who you were, you can you can enjoy doing this.
I like these little lapses of
instead of being on radio and doing this instead. I am a 1,000% different person. Like I am so much happier and in such a better place. I get annoyed when people aren't happy around me. Like it bothers me when I'm like, why aren't you happy? Life is amazing. And they're like, well, you know, my dad just died. And I'm like, you'll figure it out.
I bet you'd tell your best friend that.
No. I would just try to change the subject because that's really uncomfortable.
That is, Aaron. Anytime something's uncomfortable, yeah, but how about them Vikings?
Yeah, game's on. It's pretty good.
No, I'm not fucking them right now.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not fucking them now. And it's your job to ask me if I fucked them before. I don't have to answer that question. What is this? What am I, fucking detained? Ask me the question. I will answer it. It will hurt your feelings, but I will answer the question.
Any other like big events in your life you've done this for?
Oh, no, I didn't do it for that one. I was using that as an example.
Oh.
No, that one when
I thought that was very funny.
That one when I got caught, I was like, oh, bridge exploded. I'm out now.
And that's what you were looking for, though,
right?
Okay.
I was too big of a chicken shit to just...
I heard necessarily that bridge didn't explode immediately.
Not immediately, no. I was offered an open relationship, which
Those are always good.
Which I rejected. Which means that they had someone else too, by the way. You don't just offer an open relationship. I mean, when you move on immediately after, it's not like you didn't have some arrows in the quiver. That's all I'm saying.
Look, I had something I wanted to say that you've told me before, but I'm going to omit.
Okay.
From the show.
Fair enough. This has been fun.
I like seeing little glimpses of you like that. It's very funny.
People don't respect.
And I can totally see your dad being a total bag of shit like that because I've seen him be a bag of shit.
People don't respect the levels I'm capable of operating on. I feel like sometimes I'm treated like a dipshit. I'm a very smart man. There are a lot of weapons at my disposal that I find immoral to use, but that doesn't mean I don't have them.
Right. That doesn't mean you're above it.
No, I am. No, that's what I'm saying. I possess the weapons. I just feel I'm in a place now in my life where I'm above using them. But if push ever came to shove, they're always there if I need them, you know?
You just look back and
nobody's going to use a 50 cal in a home defense situation. But if I ever find myself in a position where I may need a 50 cal, good to know I keep it clean in the closet, you know?
Oh, you? What?
Figuratively speaking. They're calling me Obfuscator Aaron.
That's very good.
I want to see what the chat has to say about this. Brian says, I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Where the fuck was this in Hinckley that day?
What?
When he told you that you do everything wrong, where was this? Like, why didn't you tell him? I learned it all from you. That's the truth.
Yeah, maybe I should have said I'm just following your lead. Well,
Dad,
I followed a few of my uncle's leads, I think.
I'm my father's son.
A cousin. Oh, there's a cousin of mine who lives in Las Vegas. When we go in April, I keep forgetting to hang out with him. You'd love him, man. He's a blast. My cousin Todd, he's probably about 46.
No, you know who I miss in Vegas? And I miss him like increasingly
Izzy Presley?
a lot. I miss Izzy Presley.
The only thing with Izzy,
I want to hang out with him more.
The only problem with Izzy is you can't take him anywhere.
Because he only wants to go to Casino Royale.
Yeah, like he wants to go to poor people.
I don't know. The places he goes look kind of fun.
April always looks like she's trying to catch him in a lie. It makes it awkward. She's investigating.
No, I'm not.
She's doing some investigating.
I think it's very funny.
We done some investigating and you ain't spray shit.
I feel like that's
not me. I'm the truth, homie.
I feel like that's completely not.
Got the industry shook. Like, nah, Joe, go and let him loose, homie.
Go off.
Got bitches on top of the Phantom. And the pinky got bling like the ring around Saturn. All right. All right. Let's do this nerdy, curvy story that came up. So there's this Twitch streamer. I don't know what his name is. I don't really care to know what his name is, but I do want to know just for journalistic integrity, as it were.
That's a lot to read.
But there's this chick named Miss Nerdy Curvy, and she was on somebody's Twitch stream. And I don't know if this guy's a guy. I know that this went viral on Twitter today, and I know that people on Twitch are terrible at doing shows. Like, they can play video games and shit, but here's a Twitch stream. Ready? This is a Twitch. This is why this show was always all wrong for Twitch, and I just didn't know it until we came here.
Yeah.
And realized how easy it is to grow a channel if you play the game right.
Look, we were dumb.
Yeah. So on Twitch, it's this. Yeah, Terminate Intel. I agree with you. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh, it's FPK. Thank you that's very sweet. Thank you. Yeah. No, absolutely. No, you know what, dude? Fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. No, that's fucking dumb. That's stupid.
You're so angry.
No, and then you got to be quiet for like 9 seconds. Like you're clicking around. You just hear clicking. Yeah, I mean, that guy's stupid. He's just, God, he's fucking dumb. I don't care. Let's play this game. Yeah, Beach Boy 32. I don't care if you think he's right and I'm wrong. It's just fucking dumb. You guys are stupid. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Sweet Lou 28.
What the fuck?
Like, there's no show is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's no show on Twitch. It's just a guy yammering his own thoughts into a computer camera and playing a video game.
It gets worse than that. Like, I'll bring up fucking Tim the Tap Man. Every time I will fucking bring this up. That guy not even sat. His chair sat empty on his stream for 40 minutes with 30,000 people watching it.
Yeah.
A fucking chair.
What's worse, people who do shows on Twitch or people who watch Twitch?
Who just don't do their shows and they're still there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are Twitch shows worse or are Twitch consumers worse?
Here's where I have a hard problem. Like, we have a couple friends that have good shows on Twitch, okay?
Well, then say it's...
I would like to omit those people.
Then say it's the people, and yes, I did just dribble on myself. Then say it's the people who watch Twitch that are the problem.
Yeah, it's people that watch Twitch.
There you go. Let's watch this Tardo. He goes into his chat, and he asks everyone, how are you doing today?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you will rarely hear me ask our chat how they're doing today. Do you know why?
Because you don't care.
And they don't either. They don't care if I care or not. You know what they want out of me? Dance, monkey.
Yeah.
Entertain me. Do a show. You and April, fuck around, tell us stories, make some jokes. Let's laugh at each other. Let's have a good time. They don't really care. If they want to tell me something bad enough, they'll tell me. So this Miss Nerdy Curvy is in this Twitch streamers chat. And if anybody knows who he is, just send me a message. I have no fuck. I'd love to have him on. He asks everyone how they're doing. And Miss Nerdy Curvy, innocently enough, says, my mother just died.
Oh. And you know why people do that, though? They don't have anyone in their personal life to like give them a hug.
Twitch is their life.
Yeah.
They're connecting with these creators. That's our job as broadcasters is we make a connection with these people. We become a part of their day. We become a part of their week, their family, so on and so forth.
Routine.
You become part of their routine. We're as much a part of their day as their automobile is. So when people feel close enough to you to tell you certain stuff, you don't start screaming at them. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the wrong way to handle a chat.
In Spanish, and it's chef's kiss. All right. Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my God. Well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to talk about it in my chat.
So he just asked her, where have you been? So Miss Nerdy Curvy has not been around his stream. And she says, well, my mom died. That's where I've been. So you asked, motherfucker.
And it sounds like she's probably a regular and usually supports him and stuff. So
I'll try not to pause so much, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to set this up for you.
Chef's kiss. All right. Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my God. Well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to talk about it in my chat because it's Friday and that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat.
No, but you had the right answer just a second ago. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, shut the fuck up, wannabe shock jock, and stop. Just wrap it up there.
Right.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh my God. Yeah, you don't ask somebody and then fucking shit all over them for answering
Let's say you don't even ask. Let's say someone goes in your chat and they're just feeling lonely and they go, my mom just died. And you don't want to bring the room down. Then don't read it.
That's what you do.
Skip right over it.
Exactly. Like, that's why not everyone's comments get read is because we try to stick to stuff that's relevant at the time.
If I skip it, it's not a personal slight against you. It's not that I don't think it's good. It's that for what we're doing right now during the show, I've got to make an on-the-fly call. The chat's moving very quick. I only got to include the stuff that I just have an immediate reaction to.
Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Dirty Curvy, you said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you?
No. Suck my dick, bearded asshole.
So that guy's a fucking liar now.
By the way, we got to start giving people licenses for beards because I'm tired of these soft pricks having big, bushy beards.
Right, like a facade. Like, oh, I'm a big, tough man.
Right, because that's the idea most people get. So then you act like a little bitch, especially with white headphones. Stop it. You're not a girl.
Whoa.
Why don't you put fucking cat ears on them at this point? Jeez, white headphones.
I didn't know that'd be so contentious for you.
Well, you have a black beard and a black hat and then white headphones. It's distracting. Stop it. Twitch streamers are minor leaguers. So anyway, if you're going to have a stream and this person writes that their mom just died, skip over it if you don't like it. And you didn't ask her what you doing. You asked where she's been. She answered the question. And this guy with the beard, you would immediately think, oh, he's a guy's guy. And then 5 seconds into his stream, you're like, I've been sold a bill of goods. This guy's a bitch.
Yeah, absolutely a bitch. Yeah, this is not beard material, guy.
No, it's like watching Barstool. You see all these fat guys at Barstool with beards, and you're like, oh, are they lumberjacks? You're like, no, they're just fat, lazy video game playing bums.
Okay, I want to make a rule that only people that actually like are blue collar, like tough worker guys, like no one else gets beards.
Here's who gets beards. People who have to work outside in the cold.
Yes.
People who have taken the life of an animal or person.
Nice.
And
what?
I think that's about it. I think that's who gets beards.
And also women that cover up for gay men.
Figurative beards are okay.
Okay.
I would never begrudge someone.
I have to shave mine often.
Especially if you lived in Wyoming or Idaho. You know, I'm not going to begrudge you hiding the fact that you like to put your penis in buttholes. That's certainly not something that I can judge.
Animals, apparently.
Or, you know, look,
Wyoming gets weird.
Look, you're world boss. But as far as this guy with a beard, it shouldn't be allowed. You know who else shouldn't be allowed a beard? And I like this person. I like him. I like him. I think he's a good dude. If I've enjoyed some of his stuff in the past.
I'm thinking hard.
Keemstar shouldn't be allowed. That's not a beard guy. Keemstar is not a beard guy.
I agree with you. What about Mike David?
There's only one reason I'm allowing it for Mike David.
Keeps his scrawny face warm.
He's very ill.
Yeah.
Very sick people are allowed to have facial hair.
Okay.
And old people. If you're old, you've killed something, you're sick, you work outside, you're allowed to have a beard.
You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Curvy. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through.
Suck my ass. You know what? As a host of a show that has a reputation for being a comedy show where the host can be a bit abrasive, I do like having these moments where I get to kind of tell people, like, look, we're putting on a show here. I'm not a piece of shit to the people who enjoy the program. If you've ever got something tough going on, and you ever got something shitty going on, and you just want to call into this show, or you want to write something in the chat, if I don't get to it, rest assured I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to tell you you're a piece of shit, and why the fuck would you tell me your parents died? And even if I don't get to it, someone else in the chat might. That's why they call it a community.
Somebody will comfort you.
Someone will reach out and say, oh, man, that sucks. And that, honestly, her favorite streamer telling her, oh, that's too bad, I feel bad, are you okay? That might change the trajectory of her entire week.
It would. That's important to a lot of people. I would say we've actually gone above and beyond for most people. We've done, like, fundraisers for people's sick cats before, because that cat was important to their family and it had to have surgery. We've helped out like sick children before with GoFundMe's and everything.
Do you think I wanted to save a cat? No.
Right, this guy hates cats.
I hate cats.
But that guy...
But I didn't want to see a fan of mine, be in a bad spot.
No, that guy was a big fan of ours.
Yeah. So, I hope his cat's dead now, but I hope it survived that thing.
We actually listened to the same guy tell us his dad died about 40,000 times in a couple years.
Yeah.
And somehow put
and
up
the
with
only
it.
person I never insulted in that whole thing was the guy's dead dad. I always felt bad for the guy's dead dad.
We understood the death,
1,000%. He was in the MLC chat today trying to ingratiate himself. Kevin Brennan will kill him. He's barking up the wrong tree. Do not try to get in good with Kevin Brennan. He will decimate you. He does not suffer fools like that.
I don't even try to pretend like Kevin would ever like me. Like now that guy's still on the show too, I've kind of quit watching, but it's like I would never try.
All right, here we go. Let's watch this guy continue to yell at a woman. Again, of course, all she did, he said, where have you been? And Miss Nerdy Curvy said, my mom died.
That's it. How are you? Good? Or, you know what? I'll make it through. Awesome. Love to hear it. See, there you go. Or Prom's response. I said, Prom, how are you doing? She says, I'm alive.
Wow.
So wait, people in his chat are siding up with him? Yeah, you Twitch people are gross. You guys got to get outside once in a while, man.
He's such a douche. His whole chat seems like a douchey now.
Miss Nerdy Curvy says, I'm not trying to bum anyone out. You asked me where I was, so I said where.
Yeah, you seemed pretty cunty wondering why she hasn't been in your chat lately.
Yeah, you needy fuck.
Wow.
Shave your beard. Shave your beard.
You should have to shave your beard when you come out like a douche like this.
There you go.
Nice tats, Queeb.
Oh, I asked you where you were. Look, Miss Nerdy Curvy. I'm just subtly trying to tell you that unloading really heavy news in people's chats on Twitch is not like good etiquette.
Oh, fuck you. Are you a guy who can handle streaming or not? This is the biggest problem. At least with YouTube, it weeds out the people who can't do this. Mm-hmm. Twitch doesn't. Any dickhead who can get 7 people to watch them at a time can get affiliate.
They think they're making it.
YouTube, at least there's a fucking standard to being partner. You got to earn that shit. At Twitch, these people are just pretending scumbags. I fucking hate this guy.
Well, and he's got some kind of like weird entitled like personality here too.
That's bad chat etiquette.
You're on Twitch.
Yeah, no, bad chat etiquette. a fan of yours saying that, they're going through a tough time right now is not bad chat etiquette. You know what bad chat etiquette is? Throwing a fucking baby boy tantrum because you can't handle something that any broadcaster in this world should be able to handle. I'm glad people like this fly off the handle. I hope everybody shits on him because a guy like this needs to be weeded out because he doesn't deserve a show. Not because he's mean to women. Lord knows I've been okay with that. Not because he's bad to some, but because he thinks there's fucking rules, and one of the rules is don't talk about your grief to the person you feel a connection with. You fucking mug of shit.
Well, and now he's got his whole chat like fucking telling this person how she should have answered too.
Fuck that.
That's not helping anything.
I found out about this story from Mersh. He retweeted this, and Mersh started retweeting people who are defending this guy.
That's what I'm saying. Now that he has said, like, oh, you're having bad chat etiquette, like, his chat is going after her, too, saying you should have said this.
I wrote back to Mersh. I said, please tell me this isn't the majority of people's responses to this.
Well, the thing about the internet is people don't fucking care about anyone else.
Bro.
Like,
this guy
say that.
He's got a pyramid of beer cans, though. This guy's fucking clutch, dude.
Oh, they're PBRs, too.
Oh, he's got some Coors in there, though.
He's got one Coors.
Bro, he drinks all kinds of different beers, April. He doesn't care as long as it's cold.
He's that hipster, though. He's got the beard, the tattoos, and drinks PBR. With your white headphones.
And a pink light.
Ooh. Ugh. And what does that say up in the left-hand corner? What is the...
We found the body.
Ugh. I don't like him.
It's not the place to do it. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's it. I figured this is a good opportunity to inform you. Heavy news like that, when someone asks, hey, where have you been? You don't need to tell them, well, my dog died, my husband left me for a younger woman, my house burnt down, and my car...
These are all things I'm hoping happen to you.
I was kind of hoping that he was projecting.
Right. These are all things that I hope are currently going on in your life.
Right.
God. Imagine being someone who does this and you can't handle that.
Well, yeah, because like even if you didn't want to hear that bummer of an answer, you could have just said, oh, that really sucks. I'm sorry.
Right,
Moved on.
Oh, man, I'm sorry that happened.
Can you just fake it? Like, can you at least fake it for me? Just say, oh, that sucks. And then you can go on with your show.
Unreal.
Got stolen, so I've been a little bit busy. That's why I haven't been around. Because it's like, oh, God, like, like, like if someone asks, like, hey, what's up? Where have you been? And it's heavy, just be like, I had a bunch of shit going on, so I've been lying low for a little while.
Maybe she's been holding on to this grief of her mother dying for so long, she thought it would be nice to just kind of get it off her chest. But hey, thanks for fucking that one up, Tardo Beard.
And you see like how much time he's spending on it now? Like, he could have moved on.
I mean, look, that's the one good broadcaster thing he did. He took the bit and he stretched it out a little bit. He filled some time.
Fine.
Other than that, real piece of shit way to behave.
Got it. That's it. I'm not trying to rip you a new ass.
I'm not trying to rip you a new asshole. I just did for the last 2 minutes.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do like your mom or anything, but
I'm not trying to be a dick. I just effortlessly am one.
I just happen to resemble a dick.
That's about it. Yeah. Curvy Kirby is actually Casey Anthony in real life, so I get it. I don't believe Nerdy Curvy is that person. No. Is this guy going to blow up a bus soon? No, that beard is all for show.
He's all bark, no bite.
Guinness IV says, is this Corey? That's... Brittany says, why would he assume that every streamer feels this way?
He is kind of speaking on behalf of all streams.
Who would give a shit if someone wanted to say that in their chat? Again, only a lunatic doesn't know how to regulate their own chat as they go. Especially, like, that guy's wasn't moving that fast.
We got people in the chat, like, weekly that say, oh, I'm having surgery today. Thanks for giving me laughs beforehand. Or, you know, my parent died. I lost my job. Like, everyone says everything here. I don't think we hate you for it.
Citizen M says, it sucks your little sister got SA'd, but kind of don't give a fuck if I'm being honest. We try to keep things light. Yeah, it's like, then don't read that. Don't read it.
That's a good point. He could have just skipped the comment.
Labglass says he uses beard oils and conditioner. He probably does.
Oh, he's got a whole kit.
He probably
He's got like a cute little beard brush.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's also that guy during Christmas that puts glitter in his beard.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and then the pictures get out and he acts upset. Thank you very much to Marquise for the $4.99 or the $4, excuse me, on PayPal. Only 160 away from tomorrow morning's goal. Maybe we do keep that streak alive. Maybe. Of no goal for tomorrow. We are 160 away. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal. Super chats count as well. We have an hour left in tonight's show, so there is a chance we keep our 2.5-week streak of no goals for the day of still alive. Let's go to Mark Atkins. Grinch Girl says, I'm sorry your baby died. Let's make dead baby jokes for an hour to make you feel better.
That's happened before.
Right. We had a listener whose wife had a miscarriage.
Yep.
And he made some kind of off-color remark about it. So we said, oh, yeah? Here you go. And it was just listeners and us just firing away with the jokes.
I think he actually started the jokes, and it was his...
That's what I mean. He started it.
Yeah, it was his lost fetuses.
Yes. Mark says, could have just said sorry for your loss and moved on. Would have only taken 2 seconds. Instead, he turned it into a 2-minute rant.
Yes.
Flex says, Aaron's beard looks better. Sure does, right? My beard looks way better than that guy's beard.
I do condition.
Raider Hawk Media is right, too. That guy totally dyes his beard.
He might... Oh, did he frost his tips one time?
In high school, maybe.
Yeah.
JJ says, I recently lost my wife. I cheated on her and she left. Thanks for picking me up with some smiles, guys. Hey!
No problem.
How you doing, buddy? I hear you. Enough of that old bitch, right?
Fuck marriage,
yeah,
bro.
some nice, tight, snug puss, and you're out of there.
Have too many kids with the wife. You gotta go for a tighter one.
Go get some nice, snug puss, kiddo. I hear you. Something younger, hotter. Fucking bingo.
That's fucking funny.
Atomic Citizen says, hey, I brought the story. My wife is growing mushrooms in her brain. Aaron brings me GS me pictures. Great show here. You meant that some other way.
What?
K Fallen says, that's why I never mentioned my wife's miscarriage here. There you go. Reeling Minnesota says, with my beard and hair that hasn't been cut for a year and a half, I look like some homeless dude. Well, don't go on Twitch. I'll make fun of you.
There's a lot of men in this state specifically that, like, from the months of November to, let's say, like February, March, they don't shave. They don't cut their hair. They do look rather caveman-esque.
Well, look, I mean...
You want to try it?
No.
You got a little scruff today.
I do. I need to shave it.
No.
I need to get rid of it. It's time to get that all taken care of.